Hello everyone, this is a walk around of my brand new 2020 Honda Rebel 500 with ABS. It is a matte silver color, and I've added some accessories to it. Uh, this is, I believe it's a base price of $6,400 brand new. I got it 2 days ago with 1 mile on it, and as of today it's got 70 miles on it. So I've been having a lot of fun in these last 72 hours with this beautiful bike. I'm absolutely in love. They're my first impressions. I did a lot of homework on this motorcycle, a lot of research. In fact, I had to wait about a month and a half in order to get this motorcycle in this color. There is also a jeans blue and a shiny black color, but wanted the gray. Waited a month and a half. A shout out to SF Moto in San Francisco for their great customer service and their support in getting my dream first motorcycle. I'm a brand new rider. Took the safety course, did excellent, got my license here in California. My M1 license, did all that really smoothly. But I'm a brand new learner, motorcycle rider, and there's no better machine, in my opinion, than the Rebel 500 to do that in for male or female riders. And I'm 5'7", and this seems to be the perfect bike for me. I can flat foot this bike easily, and it's just a great handle, very lightweight. I believe it's just a little over 400 pounds. It's 471 cc, so it's not too powerful. It's a cruiser. It's not meant to be a sport bike or to race it down the road. It's meant to enjoy the road, and that's what I'm definitely doing and will continue to do in this beautiful bike. But a quick walk around of the motorcycle. As you can see, it has some accessories that are not stock on this bike. If we can begin here with the seat, I picked this up from my local Honda dealership, motorcycle dealership. They ordered it for me, and that is the seat. It's very nice. I'm still not, don't have an opinion on how comfortable it is. I guess I've been so excited to ride the motorcycle, I've not paid attention to that just yet. My bottom doesn't hurt, so I think that's a good indication, but I'm sure in long rides. And by the way, in my research of this motorcycle, it's not meant to be a touring bike. It's more of a commuter, short distance, in the city type of bike. I live out in the country, as you can see. I'm about 5 miles from the city, so I do have to get on the freeway a little bit. But in the city, it's a lot of shifting, a lot of braking, and man, it's handled really well. I also got this slider for the muffler. Of course, as a new rider, being a rookie, I wanted to put in all of the protection mechanisms that I could. I read and read and read that it's unavoidable to drop a bike, so I didn't want to um, damage my bike in any way. I wanted to protect my investment, and so I went out to get all of the protection features that I could. And so that's a slider there that I installed. It's really easy to install. By the way, the seat is super easy to install. It's really two bolts here in the back, and then you latch it on and you bolt it back on. So it's really easy to do that. Coming up here, you've got the engine guards. These engine guards, when I saw the pictures on the internet and of other rebels with these guards, my first concern was that they were going to stick out too much and look kind of weird. But you know, after I put them on, they don't look bad at all, and I've gotten a lot of compliments already on that. It adds to the ruggedness, to the toughness, to the overall look of the bike. And so I'm really happy for these engine guards. Also installed them myself. I'm not a mechanic. I have my basic tool set, and didn't struggle too much. I did watch a couple YouTube videos on how to do it, and just was patient. Didn't tighten up all the bolts. I secured them loosely, all of them. And I think that's really the key, that with this engine guard, that if you go and secure the bolts on one side and then want to do, I mean, tighten them fully on one side and then go to the other side and do it, that's where it's going to be thrown off. So definitely, just if you're going to install these, watch a video. This is not meant to explain how to install that, but just my basic tip there is loosely put in all bolts before you fully tighten them. So that's that engine guard. Next, it's this headlight cowl that I also picked up at Honda. Man, I saw a couple videos of I believe it's the 500S or R. It's I guess a limited model that's not released in the United States, as I understand. Uh, and those models do come with this headlight cowl. So I went out and got it. Also with my local Honda motorcycle dealership, they ordered it and they shipped it really fast for me. And I also did the install on this one. This one was a little bit more challenging because you do have to put in a bracket behind the cover that it's sometimes difficult to get into behind all of these wires and all that. But again, took my time, took a couple of breaks, took a deep breath, and was very patient in installing that. And at the very end, I think I did a really good job, and it looks really cool. It looks really cool. Next, you have these fork covers and boots. These, because it meant taking off the tire, I didn't feel confident at this point doing that type of work on the bike. So that I did have SF Moto Service Shop do that for me, do that install. And that is the covers and the boots. And again, it just adds to the aesthetic of the bike. I wanted this look. Of course, without those boots and covers, you have a chrome fork there. But for me, that was the look that I was after. I wanted the gray and the black, and adds to the overall aesthetic of the motorcycle, which looks absolutely stunning. What's next? I'm not quite sure. Here in California, I think we're very limited in doing anything with the exhaust. I did want to explore an exhaust slip-on, but I'm not quite sure. Of course, I want to be street legal, and I want to make sure that I'm not violating any laws or anything. Again, I'm not in it to race or to go super fast or anything. I know that with some exhaust slip-ons, it gives you a little added horsepower, but I'm not in it for that. I'm happy cruising it at 35 miles an hour and just being cool on this awesome bike. So I'm gonna research that a little bit more, maybe later on. And if anything, for the noise, I would want it to roar a little bit more. Certainly when you're out in the streets with other vehicles, you want to be known, you want to be present, and you want to be heard. And so maybe for that reason, I'll look at an exhaust slip-on. But anyway, that's kind of what I have in mind right now. Maybe some bags, maybe a seat. I'm not quite ready to take on other passengers on my bike just yet, but maybe some bags perhaps. But other than that, I think it's pretty complete. As you can see, it's a beautiful bike, and I highly encourage it for brand new riders. I did a lot of research, spoke to a lot of buddies that have motorcycles and friends that went out and spent a lot of money on other bikes, and then discouraged because they're very difficult to drive for brand new riders. But the Honda Rebel 500 with ABS is my dream first bike. I'm in love now with motorcycling, and you have a problem when you're looking at the next bike right after you bought the first one. So Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or questions for me, please put them down. Not a YouTuber necessarily, but certainly you can like the video if you appreciated it. Thank you so much for watching.